Okay, this is for Algebra 1. This is, I'm showing you what I want you to do on this factoring maze. I'm going to send the attachment out with the factoring maze on it for you to print out. You're going to have to print it out because you've got to do the factoring on it, and then you've got to color on it as well. So I'm going to explain what you need to do. The back is going to be blank, so you can show your work on the back, or you can show your work on a separate sheet of paper, but you've got to show your work, and then you've got to put the answers on the worksheet, okay? So first I'm going to show you how a few of them work just to remind you how to factor, and then I'm going to show you how you're going to work the maze. So that first one, that is x squared plus 6x minus 16. So we want the factors of negative 16 to give positive 6, so they've got to be different signs. So it'd be a plus 8 and a minus 2. Because positive 8 times negative 2 is negative 16, and positive 8 minus 2 is positive 6. Okay? So that's that first one in that first box. That's what goes in that first box. Now I'm going to do this one right here. I'm going to do this one right up from underneath it, that 2x squared minus 11x plus 12. So 2x squared minus 11x plus 12. That's the one right underneath it, okay, on the factoring maze. Then what you're going to do here is you're going to multiply the 2 times the 12, and you're going to get 24. And so you want the factors of 24 that give you negative 11. Well, it's a positive 24, and you want a negative 11. So both signs have to be negative, and they have to add to give you 11. So you're going to use negative 8 and negative 3. And then you've got to show all of this work. Some of you are still not showing your work correctly on these. And if you don't show your work on these like you're supposed to, you're going to get them wrong, okay? So anyway, the factors of positive 24 that give me negative 11 are negative 8 and negative 3. So then you rewrite 2x squared minus 8x minus 3x plus 12. So take a 2x out, you get x minus 4. Take a negative 3 out, you get x minus 4. So then you get 2x minus 3, x minus 4. Okay, then that's going to go in this box right here. You're going to write 2x minus 3x minus 4 right here, okay? Then let me do one more underneath it just to show. Let me do that x squared plus 4x plus 3. So x squared plus 4x plus 3. So that'd just be x plus 1, x plus 3. Because the factors of 3 that give you 4 are 1 and 3. So again, that'll be written right there. So I've done the first 3 for you right here. I've done the first one, x plus 8, x minus 2. The second one, 2x minus 3, x minus 4. And then the last one, x plus 1, x plus 3. Now I'm going to do the one beside it. The one right beside this, x squared plus 6x minus 16. So I'm going to do x squared minus 8x plus 12. X squared minus 8x plus 12. So you want the factors of positive 12 that give you negative 8. So they've got to both be negatives, and it would be a minus 2 and a minus 6. Okay, so that's how that factors. Okay, so that's the one right next to it. That's the one right next to it. So you're going to put that there. Okay, now to do the maze, see where it says start, and then way over here at the bottom it says end right there. So you've got to get through the maze. So what you do is you match up your factors. So for example, if I look at the first one I did and the one right beside it, it has an x minus 2 and an x minus 2. So I'm going to color this box, and I'm going to color this box. Okay, so you're going to color those two boxes, and you're just going to follow. Then let me do the one right underneath this one. It's 2x squared minus 9x minus 18. So 2x squared minus 9x minus 18. So I would do 2 times negative 18 is negative 36. Then the factors of negative 36 that give me negative 9 would be negative 12 positive 3, because negative 12 times 3 is negative 36, and negative 12 plus 3 is negative 9. So 2x squared minus 12x plus 3x minus 18. Take a 2x out, you get x minus 6. Take a 3 out, you get x minus 6. So then 2x plus 3, x minus 6. Okay? So notice, these two have the same factors. So this 2x plus 3x minus 6, you're going to put right there in this box. So I've done 1, 2, 3 boxes. Then I did this one and this one. Okay? So this one has a 2x plus 3x minus 6. So notice, this has an x minus 6, this has an x minus 6. They have factors that match. So now you're going to color this box, okay? So right now, you should have this box colored, this box colored, and this box colored. So that starts you on the maze. That gives you 3 boxes on the maze, okay? Now, you've got to factor all of them. Everything has to be factored. I think there's 36 here. Every one of them has to be factored. You're going to get a grade on factoring, okay? You're going to get a grade on factoring. So everything has to be factored, showing the work, and then also doing the maze. And like I said, I've already given you 3 boxes of the maze. This one, this one, this one. These 2 had the x minus 2 that matched, and these 2 had the x minus 6 that matched, okay? Then you just need to follow through with that. I was just looking at this x squared minus 1. I think that's the only difference of 2 squares you got. So let me remind you how you factor x squared minus 1. It's x minus 1, x plus 1. It factors into conjugates. You take the square root of the x squared, you take the square root of the 1, and you factor it like this. So there's your x squared minus 1 factor. Okay, so everything else, got to factor everything else. If you have trouble on any of them, just email me, and I'll help you with them. But I've shown you the ways you've got to factor it, and I've started you on the maze. And that is due Thursday. This is due 4/23. That's when this factoring maze is due. And I'll send you an email. It'll have this link in it, and it'll also have the attachment for the factoring maze that you need to print out. You're going to have to print it out so you can actually color it, write the answers on it, and color it.